back with another video for you guys today. Today I'm going to have a Wansee entertainment video. It's an animated video. I don't know if this channel is still called Wansee Entertainment, but last time I saw it's like Wansee something else. Wansee React, or no, Wansee, I don't know, something like that. It was something weird. It was not Wansee Entertainment though anymore, so he may have changed it. So, true horror story of the, true horror middle of the night story animated. It's a little bit weird. Narrated by Let's Read. So, it's about 5 minutes and 51 seconds. Honestly, the nighttime just gets me so scared and so sketched out because it's so quiet. Anybody could literally break in, like any kind of noise, like you don't really, like you notice any kind of a little noise and it's just kind of like, what the frick was that? You know what I mean? It's just scary. In the daytime, you're watching videos, you're playing music, you're watching TV, you're watching the news, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that. You can't really hear these like subtle noises, but at nighttime, I really don't like nighttime. Like nighttime is for sleeping, I know, but like just something about the nighttime just gets me like really eerie and always gets me scared. Like I was always scared of the nighttime as a kid. Like I just don't like nighttime. Like it's just dark and it's scary, and that's when most crimes happen. It's just, that's usually when people break into your house and all that, and it's just kind of scary. Again, apparently months ago someone tried to break into someone's house on my street actually, which was very close to home, because like literally close to home. Not only close to home inside, but close to home, like physically close to home. So yeah, true horror middle of the night story. I just call it true middle of the night horror story. Just call it that. My true horror middle of the night. That just, okay, whatever. I'm not here to judge the grammar, but I am a grammar freak, so yeah. Anyway guys, if you want more Wansee entertainment video reactions, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely do them. But yeah, let's go guys.
My family is a small farm here in Kirkwood, upstate New York.
Okay.
We grow a few veggies, keep a few chickens, nothing too spectacular, but it's home and we love it. But a little while ago, back in early 2019, we got woken up by something in the middle of the night that scared the absolute life out of us. We have this big front yard with flower beds and a big lawn, and that's where we keep the chickens and the dog too. So me, my mom, and my dad were all sleeping one night when we were woken up by this huge crash in the front yard. I can hear our dog barking really, really loud and violently before there's like this yelping sound from it and he goes quiet. I walk out into the hallway and see my dad storming out of my parents' bedroom, rushing down the stairs.
I thought that was someone that broke in for a second. I was like, oh fuck.
Me and my mom were about to follow him outside to get a look at whatever was going on, but he yells at us to call the cops, stay inside, and not follow him under any circumstances. My dad grabs the phone and I rush back into my bedroom to watch from the window. As soon as I look out, I see this car that's smashed through the fence of our yard and torn up a section of our lawn. It's obviously really dark out, and the car's headlights are only lighting up a section of our yard, so I can't really see much outside of the beams. But I do see something that absolutely breaks my heart. It's our dog, lying on the front lawn, not moving at all. He looked really hurt. Something had really messed him up.
The car.
But given that he was barking after the actual smash of the car, it couldn't have been the impact that hurt him so bad. Something else entirely. What I saw next was only because my dad had this little light attached to the end of his shotgun. He starts shining it around the front yard as I hear my mom calling 911 in the hallway, telling them that something horrible had happened at our address, and for them to come as quickly as they could. Then my dad shines the shotgun light over towards the chicken coop, and I saw something that I continue to see in my nightmares for a long time to come. It was a man, completely naked from head to toe, kneeling among torn-out feathers and broken bodies, and he was sinking his teeth into the flesh of a still-living chicken that he held tight in his grip.
Oh my god.
Every time he bit into the chicken, it would flap and shake, making the most awful screeching noises as he tore more raw flesh from its body.
What the fuck?
My dad racked a shell into the chamber and started screaming at the guy to get out of the chicken coop. But the guy barely listens at first. Just carries on ripping this big brown chicken apart with his bare hands and teeth. And by the time he does actually start listening to my dad, God, it was horrible. He looked right into the light of the shotgun so that his face was perfectly lit up, and
he's definitely psychotic.
There was blood and feathers all over his face and chin. He looked monstrous, totally insane, eyes bulging out of their sockets. I think even to this day, it's probably the most terrifying thing I'd ever seen. I started banging on the window and begging my dad to come back inside. I was so scared the guy was going to attack him or
That's a
something.
gun, he's fine.
If he did, that Dad would shoot him. And I know it's maybe a little lame of me, but I just didn't want to see any of that. I was already distraught from seeing our dog just lying there all lifeless on the lawn, and I know I wouldn't be able to handle it if anything had happened to my dad. Luckily, the guy didn't bother doing anything to my dad at first. I think he was just so blinded by the light of the
Either way, there's a
shotgun
gun right there. Like,
he just sort of stared into the flashlight, hypnotized by it for a few seconds. But he soon rose up off of his knees, that bloody, twitching chicken still in his grip, and started to make a move towards my dad. As soon as he did, the sound of Dad's shotgun rang out as he fired a shot above the guy's head. But the guy hardly flinched.
what?
That's when I realized he must have been on some kind of drug or something.
100%.
Maybe meth or PCP or whatever. He didn't seem scared at all by the fact that he'd almost had his head blown off, but it was definitely enough to put him off from straight up attacking my dad. He just carried on smiling though, kneeling back down among the chickens as he carried on ripping them apart.
What the fuck?
It felt like an hour before I finally saw the red and blue flashing lights of the cop cars coming down the road.
I know,
From
right?
what I learned later, it was only a couple of minutes before they actually arrived, since they happened to have a unit in the area already down highway patrol. When they arrested the guy, he got really crazy, and they had to actually use their tasers, which had little effect at first, and pepper spray on the guy just to get him on the ground.
Jesus.
We later found out that the guy, named John Many, was actually from Florida, that there had been a manhunt for him, and he'd somehow gotten all the way up to New York State using stolen cars and hiding himself away in trucks.
The fuck?
We weren't the only place he'd attacked either, since he actually killed another dog on a different farm, maybe less than 2 miles away from us. That was definitely the most terrifying thing I'd ever woken up to in the middle of the night, by a long shot too. Thankfully, our dog survived.
Thank God. I was gonna say what happened to the fucking dog, because that's all that matters to me. Like, pets and stuff like that just breaks my heart. Like, honestly, pets are just so sweet, and I know they can be dicks at times, but it's just like, they're pets, they're just so cute, and just to think anything happening to your cat or dog is just heartbreaking. So, like, the fact that he killed another dog, fuck. I assume he's drunk, or, like, is he on drugs or something? Is he just, like, mentally unstable? He's one or the other, like, you know what I mean? You can't tell me that he's just fully sane, like, stealing cars, hiding in trucks, eating raw chickens, live chickens that are just alive, and they're just like, delicious. Like, what the fuck? Boy, you better be. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with that guy. I don't even care if he's on drugs or he's on some kind of meth, cocaine, LSD, something. He's like, he has to be on something, or he's just very mentally unstable. I was gonna say, like, I don't want him. I didn't want the dad to shoot him or anything, because like, I'm like, you don't want him to die, because like, again, like, just because someone's on drugs, like, you only have to shoot if like your life's on the line, sort of thing. Like, you don't want to kill somebody just because they're on drugs, right? Because like, they're not really doing it intentionally, they're doing it because they're on drugs, but still, you gotta protect yourself, right? Just because they're not meaning to do it because like they're not fully stable, that doesn't mean that you can't shoot. Like, if your life's in danger, you gotta do something, right? But I'm glad that the dog was okay. I'm glad that the parents were okay and everything. I'm glad that all the fucking poor chicken or chickens clearly died from that. Very traumatizing death too, I would assume. Just being eaten while you're alive. Like, oh yeah, here, go ahead, just eat my fucking arm. Like, can you imagine? Fuck. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like. Be sure to comment down below what you guys thought of this crazy, nasty video. Did you guys have any stories remotely close to this? Because I don't, and I really hope I don't. Knock on wood. I've had some stories from nighttime, but it wasn't anything like serious. There wasn't anything crazy with that. Like, turned out to be anything big. More so just like scares, I guess, in the middle of the night. But yeah, if you guys want stories like that, then I can do a video on that. I don't really have much stories, but if you guys want to hear some stories about what happened to me in the middle of the night, again, nothing crazy, just like my other things. Nothing serious, nothing crazy, nothing cops called or anything like that, nothing like that. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to let me know if you guys want to see more Wansee entertainment and more Nightmare Calls. And yeah, thanks for watching. Deuces.